Well, good afternoon from Rochdale Hornets Rugby League ground, the home of Rochdale Soccer Club as well. And the Cougars team out on the park, the full side exactly as played at Huddersfield last weekend. Andre Stoop, Jason Critchley, Nick Pinckney, Simon Irving and Keith Dixon. Appleby and Chris Robinson at half-back, and the forwards Ian Gately, Jason Ramshaw, Grant Dory, Darren Fleary, Gareth Cochran, Martin Wood, and the two substitutes Matthew Foster and Phil Cantillon. Quite a breeze here at the stadium. A cold afternoon, and the Rochdale Hornets team just coming out. The full side, Steve Gibson, who's the player coach at full-back, Henry Sharp, who played at Leeds and Halifax, Poynton, Hilton and Diggle are the three quarters, Steve Turner and Chris Churn, and the forwards, Beefy England, who played for Castleford, of course, also played for Great Britain, Richard Pashnuk, Mark Meadows, Gareth Pitt, Steve Maudsley, Carl Marriott, and the two substitutes, David Fell and Turner Hilton. And the referee, Mr. Gilmore, who I suppose is better known at Keighley for a game down at London Broncos 2 seasons ago when he made a very bad decision that cost us the game and also cost us at that time any chance of promotion. Referee just having a word with the ball boys. Simon Irving and Richard Patchnuk about to toss the coin, and the statutory photograph being taken. Reasonable crowd here at the Spotland ground, and again one would imagine that round about 60-70% are Keighley Cougars fans. Certainly nothing like the weather we had last Sunday when we were at the McAlpine Stadium, where it was, even though kick-off at 5:30, very warm indeed. Cool, the breeze swirling around the stadium, and I would think eminently more suitable for the lads playing rugby out there in the middle of the park. Cougars playing from left to right, and the kick-off 5 minutes late. From where we are in the stand, it would appear that the Cougars perhaps have the wind behind them. I'm saying that the wind just swept round, and certainly I think going to be a very difficult wind to gauge. Kick-off now. Taken by Chris Robinson and David Lauder in the absence of Darren Fleary taking the ball. Immediate reaction from the Cougars fans that there was a head-high tackle. Keith Dixon coming in. Middle of the field on the Cougars 20-metre line. Martin Wood making 5 metres, and Jason Ramshaw acting half-back. Fairly slow play the ball meant that Ian Gately was in the wrong position, and in the meantime the Cougars going forward. Ball back to David Lauder, practically the centre of the field, and Chris Robinson going to put the kick over the top. Good kick. And in fact the ball going dead when it looked certain to be into touch. Steve Gibson taking his time to bring the ball to the 20-metre line, where of course would be the short tap. Patcheniuk taking the ball, getting it to Meadows, and Meadows being driven back. Keith England, better known as Beefy, with the ball. Played for many years at Castleford, of course, in their great days, and Rochdale moving the ball out wide. Woody in at the tackle, the ball coming out. Good play by Rochdale, good ball out to the wing. And a good tackle on Diggle as Diggle made room in field. 2 tackles to go, and the Cougars under the first bit of pressure. The ball going wide. Good tackle by Appleby. Lost some 10 yards, and Appleby being penalised for lying under the tackle and taken quickly by Rochdale. Tremendous tackle on Phil Poynton, the goal kicker. Meadows with the ball, and the Cougars in very strongly at the tackle. No doubt Phil Larder, the coach, had words with them about the last quarter an hour at McAlpine Stadium. Ball coming wide. Good ball out. Cougars alive, the ball's gone loose. The Cougars are in possession, and good tackling by the Cougars. Keith Dixon losing ground. Strong tackling by both sides in these early moments of the game. Jason Critchley giving his forwards a bit of relief and also making an invaluable 8 yards or so. The ball missed by Ramshaw goes backwards, and it's Gareth Cochran. Head high tackle. Certainly that looked a bad tackle, and already a bit of feeling out there in the middle. I think the referee... Red card. Meadows is off the field. The red card. Three and a half minutes gone, and Mark Meadows has been sent off the field. Meadows still protesting. Certainly was a bad head high. And Meadows going for the very early bath. And rather stupidly giving 2 fingers to the Keighley supporters. So Rochdale down to 10 men. Dixon making sure of putting the ball into touch. And Grant Dory in possession. Keith England going in head high, but the referee allowing play to go on. Dory trying to play the ball quickly. Ball going to Gately. Gately gets the ball out to the wing, but Jason Critchley not able to take the ball. A little bit difficult to see whether it was a good pass or perhaps not the best of passes. At the same time, it doesn't really matter. The ball went into touch, giving Rochdale the advantage. Rochdale getting the ball. Appleby half stopping his man, the tackle fully effected, and the ball coming out. Steve Gibson, dangerous whenever he gets the ball. Takes 3 men to knock him down. Going to have to watch Gibson's forays into the back division. Beefy England going forward. Quick play the ball, good play by England. Churn getting it back, going forward, can't get the pass out. The Cougars again under a bit of pressure. And the ball coming out left. Gibson moving the ball out. Good tackling, good defensive play by Keighley, but Keighley still having to tackle hard. Ian Gately getting in, and the man in possession, number 4, Chris Hilton. And Hilton being tackled on the 6th tackle, but the Cougars having to defend. 1 or 2 shouts of offside, but the referee allowing play to go on, and Andre Stoop being well tackled. Jason Critchley again making a valuable 8 metres. The ball going out to Gareth Cochran. Cochran going forward, going to touch. That's bad play. Certainly Cochran ran to touch. Was taken into touch and given Rochdale again the advantage. Scrum down with Rochdale to put the ball in, and Rochdale, as we've known all along, a dangerous side who play good rugby league. Gibson. Well tackled by his opposite number, Andre Stoop. Midway between the Keighley 20 metre and the halfway line, and the ball coming out. Again, Andre Stoop getting in to tackle the stand-up half, Steve Turner. Blindside move, Stoop again at the tackle, made the last 3 tackles. Keith Dixon covering at full back. Sherm getting the ball away. Sherm again with the ball 2 tackles to go in the centre of the field, 5 metres from the Keighley 20-metre line, and Jason Ramshaw having to be quick to stop Richard Pashinuk, and the ball going out wide. Beefy England. England getting the ball away to Henry Sharp. Henry Sharp, good short kick. Could be a try here. And luckily for the Cougars, Jason Ramshaw raced across and just managed to get a boot to the ball. And certainly the Cougars at the moment under the cosh, despite the fact that Rochdale have only 12 men. Meadows, remember, send off in the 3rd minute. A drop out from under the posts, and Martin Wood to take it. Picked up eventually by Pitt, the big second row man. And the Cougars had virtually no possession so far in this game. Shouted forward pass, and the spectators could well have had a point. And the referee acknowledging the touch judge who gives the knock-on. Rather surprising the referee didn't see it. Was very much in open play, but credit to him for looking at the touch judge and heeding his directions. Chris Robinson to put the ball in the scrum. Cougars hardly been out of their own half of the field. Robinson getting it to Critchley. Critchley going forward. Jason Critchley doing well. The ball to Irving. Irving gets the ball out to Keith Dixon. Dixon coming in field. Knock on given. Again, it was a touch judge. Keith Dixon knocking on. Good play by the Cougars. Jason Critchley making the initial burst, continued by Simon Irving, and then Keith Dixon rightly electing to come in field. Unfortunately, as far as he and the Cougars concerned, the knock-on coming. So again, Rochdale to put the ball into the scrum. Diggle being tackled by Darren Appleby. Rochdale with all the ball to date. And the referee giving a knock-on again, so great many others in these first few minutes of the game. 10 minutes gone, 0-0 here at Scotland. And the reminder that Rochdale are down to 12 men, Meadows having been sent off after only 3.5 minutes of play. Chris Robinson to Appleby. Irving. Andre Stoop. Andre Stoop to Pingney. Pingney can't get the ball out. Well, again the fracas, but one has to say that Nick Pingney was sinned against. Certainly the Rochdale man went in with the boot at the play of the ball, then struck Pinckney, and Pinckney had no option other than to have a go back. No question about that. Not quite sure what the referee's doing here, to be honest. Having a word with both the people involved. And the penalty kick going to Rochdale, which is a trifle surprising to say the least. Keith England. Well tackled by Grant Dury. It's good tackling by the Cougars. Keighley coming up, the ball coming out. Sixth tackle coming up. Keith Dixon doing very well indeed to jump over the ball. Scrum down, 10-metre yard. And Chris Robinson took the ball in, and certainly bags of incident in this game so far. And a little bit of ill feeling. Chris Robinson to put the ball in the scrum. Keith Dixon, the man to take it. Martin Wood, just outside his own 20-metre line. David Larder, the next man to have a tilt. And this time it's big Ian Gately. Ian Gately making the break. Ian Gately. Ian Gately, tremendous run down the touchline side. The kick through, they play the ball, so it will be a scrum down, but it will be Keighley's advantage. And a tremendous run by Ian Gately. The ball going in the scrimmage. Jason Crixley going for the line. 7 metres away from the line. And the ball coming out wide to Martin Wood, to Darren Appleby. Appleby looking for space, going on his own. Jason Ramshaw got David Larder there. 3 tackles to go.
Whip it out.
Jason Ramshaw trying to go from acting half-back, and the ball's gone loose, be a scrum down. Ramshaw losing the ball. And the clouds gathering over Scotland, and the wing increasing in strength, and the scoreboard still showing Rochdale 0, Keighley Cougars at 0. And as you'd imagine, at the scrimmage, Rochdale getting the ball. Gibson coming up, but the big centre Chris Hilton electing to go on his own. Rochdale, remember, won both their opening games. Cougars only played one and beat Huddersfield, of course. Keith England to the 20-metre line. Ramshaw and Ian Gately equal to the challenge. Be interesting to see what the referee gives. 6th tackle coming up. The ball going into midfield. To Stoopy. Andre Stoop taking the ball. Just short of the halfway line. Nick Pinkney. Nick Pinkney, 8 metres inside Hornets territory, and Chris Robinson with the ball. Got Darren Appleby there. Appleby looking for the gap. Can't quite make it. Keith Dixon does well to get the ball to Chris Robinson. Robinson to Martin Wood. Wood going forward. Wood gets it back to Robinson. Robinson takes it back to Gately. To Darren Appleby. To Andre Stoop. Andre Stoop out to the wing. Simon Irving for the first try of the afternoon. Tremendous play by the Cougars. Simon Irving in for the try. And the Cougars supporters cheering their men on. 4-0 the score. And we've just had round about 16 minutes of play. Simon Irving about to take the kick at goal. Cougars with the valuable 4 points. Simon Irving then all ready for the kick at goal. Bit of a circular movement. Kick 6 at Huddersfield last week. The kick going towards the post, but both in accord, no goal. The Cougars in the lead 4-0. Rochdale don't appear to be in a great hurry to get back into the game. Eventually, I've no doubt they'll get the kick-off done, but ball falling over. And it really is difficult to tell who has the advantage of the wind. It's swirling all over the stadium at the moment. And the ball going straight out. There's a shout from one of the Keighley boys, let it go, and fortunately, Keith Dixon and Nick Pinkney did just that. And Keith Dixon now with the opportunity of putting the ball into touch, coming for this near touchline. As I say, the wind really is swirling all over the park. But that, an absolute beauty. Five metres away from the Rochdale line. The Cougars in the lead 4-0. Grant Dury having a tilt. Still that 5 metres away. Jason Rampshire at acting halfback. David Larder going to have a go. 2 metres away from the try line. Ian Gately, presumably the next man on the tilt. Martin Wood still going to the line. Martin Wood is in for the try. Martin Wood in for the try. Plan move by the Cougars. And the Cougars scoring 2 tries without the Rochdale man touching the ball in a handling movement. That was good play. Phil Larder will take a deal of pleasure out of that plan move working. "20 minutes gone, and the scoreboard reading 8-0, even though the official scoreboard is reading 13-0. Martin Wood with the try. Simon Irving with the kick at goal. 8-0 the scoreline as far as the Cougars concerned, and Martin Wood getting a round of applause from the Keighley faithful to our left. And Simon Irving putting that one straight through the middle. "10-0 to the Cougars." So the kick-off coming again from the centre spot. Not going to make the same error as last time. David Larder picking the ball up. Gareth Cochran did well and could well turn round and ask where his teammates were. Appleby moving it wide to Pinkney. Pinkney going on his own. For a moment looked as though he'd found the gap, but a despairing last arm managed to drag him down. Going on the blind side, Gareth Cochran again, getting inside Rochdale territory. 10-0, the Cougars in the lead. Chris Robinson, back to big Ian Gately. Good tackle on Gately. practically to the Rochdale 20-metre line, the 6 tackle indicated by the referee. Ball out to the wing, good football. Chris Robinson just pushed into touch. Critchley and Robinson linking up beautifully. I think Rochdale were expecting the kick, and of course the kick never came. Scrum down with Rochdale to put the ball in, their advantage. In fact, of course, it's the 6 tackle, my apologies. Rochdale with the ball. Martin Wood with a hard, strong tackle, aided by David Larder. That's good defence. Keith England coming forward. Dury and Martin Wood very effective, and still Steve Gibson being used as the dummy. Rochdale coming forward, 2 tackles to go just outside their own 20-metre area. And again, looks as though we're going to have a shower of rain, raining at the moment I think, and Steve Gibson going to put the kick over the top. Andre Stoop having no option than to allow it to go into touch, but under the rules of the game as we play it now, of course, Keighley having the advantage of the head and the ball. Chris Robinson to eventually get the ball into the scrimmage. Darren Appleby to Nick Pinkney. Quick play the ball to Jason Ramshaw, out to Simon Irving. Gareth Cochran, but to the centre of the field, Jason Ramshaw from acting halfback as well, puts the ball in field. Wasn't fielded by the man it was meant to, but even so the intentions were good, and this time Ian Gately. Ian Gately does well, gets away with it, gets it to Chris Robinson. Robinson going through. Martin Wood, long ball out to Appleby. Appleby looking, dreadful pass. The ball played on. Critchley goes over the line, and I think the try's been given.
Work that out, Jack.
I have to say that fooled everybody, didn't it? Critchley scored the try, but as Phil Larder just tapped me on the shoulder and said that wasn't a set piece, and I think I can well believe him, but the try's been given. The Rochdale men are more than a trifle upset, and one of the Rochdale men going to be spoken to by the referee, and if he keeps on opening his mouth as he is, he's going to find himself in the sin bin. 2 of them being pulled by the referee. And in the meantime, Keighley going on to a 14-0 lead. Then. A surprising try, but the try has been given. And it just proves to any young kids watching this video that you play to the referee's whistle, not to the crowd or to anyone else. No whistle went, Keighley played to the whistle, and the try was allowed. Simon Irving with the long kick from the touchline. The wind, as I say, is swirling all around this stadium at the moment. And Simon Irving, I think, looking for someone to go and hold the ball, and no volunteer forthcoming. In fact, Grant Dory going up to hold it at the end of the day. (14-0) and the Cougars in the lead. Simon Irving. Grant Dury tenuously holding the ball. And Irving kicking the goal. A magnificent kick by Simon Irving. And the Cougars going 16-0 in the lead. And Rochdale again taking their time. Phil Poynton, the man who's going to take the kick from the centre spot. Kick coming now. Nick Pinkney obviously not meant to be a soccer player, and the touch judge judging that he had in fact touched the ball, giving Rochdale the advantage. Ball in the scrum, coming out to Rochdale, and it's Diggle the wingman going forward. Has to be a strong tackle at the death by Gareth Cochrane, and the beefy England going for the line. Keith England still struggling forward. Ian Gately coming in, adding his weight to the argument. The ball coming on the blind side. The ball lost. Keith Dixon taking it. Keith Dixon racing down the touchline side. Coming in field. Keith Dixon doing well. The ball to Jason Ramshaw. To Chris Robinson. Good ball. Dory going through. Dory still going. Dory dying in the middle of the field. And surely a penalty there, but the referee again allowing play to go on. And one has to ask quite what the referee is doing about this lying on. Ian Gately. David Larder doing well to take the ball and come through. 2 tackles to go, and the Cougars within sight of the 20-metre line. Chris Robinson. Darren Appleby. Darren Appleby making the break. Gets the ball away to Martin Wood. Martin Wood inside the 20-metre area. Steve Gibson holding on. The ball played quickly to Jason Ramshaw. Ramshaw moving it to the open side. Pinkney putting the kick through. Pinkney goes in. Pinkney underneath the post. Brilliant little kick through by Pinkney. And Pinkney going through, picking the ball up with ease and scoring underneath the post. Simon Irving with the easy kick at goal. If anything is easier at rugby league. And Nick Pinkney on the score sheet again. Half an hour gone, and the Cougars in the lead, 20 points to 0. A reminder that Rochdale had Meadows send off after 3.5 minutes. And since the initial 10 minutes or so, been all Cougars. 22-0 in the lead if Simon Irving successful in kicking this goal. And Nick Pinkney getting a well-earned round of applause. His 3rd try of the season. And Simon Irving nonchalantly putting the ball through the post. Cry Cougars, Cougars going up around the park. And a massive contingent from Keighley here at the game. And the kick-off again taken, this time going to be taken by Keith Dixon. David Larder willingly coming onto the ball. This time it's going to be Martin Wood gets to the 20-metre line before he's knocked down. And they stoops away. And they stoop racing away. And they stoop still going forward to Simon Irving. Oh, the ball's gone astray. And they stoop with a superb run down the touchline side, and the last pass not finding its mark, and Rochdale fortuitously finding themselves back with the ball. Looks certain for another try, but the type of rugby that the fans enjoy. Andre Stoop doing extremely well. Keith England making the race forward. Brilliant tackle by Grant Dory. One of the hard men of the game, Keith England, and Grant Dory took him with ease and knocked him back in his tracks. Nick Pinkney in at the tackle, 6 tackle indicated by the referee. Just wait for the kick over the top.
Come on, Grayson.
6 tackle, offside. Well, the offside given, the rain coming down, and conditions not very pleasant at the moment. Ricky Winterbottom being sent on with instructions. And around 6-7 minutes to go to half time. 22-0, the Cougars in the lead, and Beefy England thought was going to have a tilt. Keith England, in fact, is yards offside when the tap penalty is taken, but the referee choosing to ignore it. And in the meantime, it's Rochdale coming through. Marriott, the man. And Keighley falling for the 4-card trick there, I think, with Patchnick, the hooker, the skipper of Rochdale, going in for the try. 22-4, Rochdale coming back. And Poynton, who's getting a bit of a reputation throughout the scene for kicking goals, about to take the kick at goal for Rochdale. Miss at goal. So the scoreline 22-4 in favour of Keighley. At the moment, no ball, and nobody seeming too keen to put one out. Four minutes to the interval, but there will be a minute or so of injury time, nothing more sure. And as I say, the surrounding hills being shrouded in mist, and Simon Irving with the kick going to be taken by Gibson. Looked for a moment as though he was going to knock on. And Diggle, the wingman, having a tilt. Still just outside the Rochdale 20-metre area. Keith England going forward. 22-4 to Keighley, remember. Steve Gibson. Tackled by Ian Gately. Centre of the field, 6 tackle coming up. And Keighley in possession. Andre Stoop racing up. Grant Dory wanting to play the ball quickly, and Keith England not really helping the cause, and Andre Stoop going inside the Rochdale half of the field. Jason Critchley. The wind now whistling around this field. Martin Woods, not the best of balls from Chris Robinson. Don't think Martin will thank him for that one. And the Cougars not making any progress at the moment. Jason Ramshaw making a bit of hash of collecting the ball and having to go on his own. Knock on given by the referee. And a couple of minutes or so to go to half time, and the rain really is cascading down at the moment, down to my left where the hills are. They're shrouded in mist, and in the meantime Rochdale getting to the halfway line before Darren Appleby gets in with the tackle. Strong tackle by Gareth Cochran. Simon Irving also involved, and the ball coming into midfield. Good tackle by Cochran, comes out to Diggle. Diggle really with nowhere to go. And Keith Dixon holding on. Nick Pinkney coming in to make sure that the ball didn't come out of the tackle. Keith Dixon taking the ball, getting it back to his skipper, and Pashinuk tackled 10 metres inside the Keithley half of the field. Good kick over the top, Chris Robinson waiting for it, takes it well. Turned his back on the man who was coming down and semi-obstructing him whilst he was in possession of the ball, and Critchley quite content to make the run. Keith Dixon, the next man. Rain absolutely slarting down here, and Simon Irving having a go. Short of the halfway line. I don't know if it's called slarting it down or running, but it's certainly come down. David Larder getting inside the Rochdale half of the field, and Jason Ramshaw putting the kick over the top, which is not of the best, and it will be a tap centre of the field to Rochdale Hornets. Virtually into injury time, and Rochdale in possession, trailing by 22-4, and for some obscure reason the scoreboard showing the sign 5:50 a.m. Ten metres away from the Keighley 20-metre line. The last thing Keighley wants to do is give a try at this stage, and that knock-on helping the Keighley cause. Steve Maudsley, not a happy man, and I've no doubt that his coach isn't very happy either. The rain easing off slightly, but certainly it isn't very warm out there, although I've no doubt the players are warm enough in the ball going into the scrum.
Come on!
Or at least I think you could call it loosely going into the scrum, and Keith Dixon coming forward. Still that scoreline of 22-4, and Gareth Cochran being forced back by weight of numbers. Grant Dory does well, gets the ball to Appleby. Appleby, short ball to Critchley. Critchley racing away. Jason Critchley gets the ball and field to David Larder. Forward pass has been given by the referee. David Larder got over the line, but the referee has given the forward pass. Tremendous run by Critchley down the touchline side. Unfortunately, the referee adjudged the final pass to be forward, so Rochdale to put the ball in the scrum again. Can't be too far from the final hooter going. Steve Gibson making a run, stopped by Martin Wood and Ian Gately. And a good tackle by Jason Ramshaw. David Larder also there. We're on the Rochdale 20-metre line. Ball going loose. Tackle by Gately. Good pass there. Sherm, the scrum half, going forward, or trying to go forward. And still raining heavily, although there is blue sky over to the far side. Good play by Rochdale. 6 tackle indicated by the referee. Keighley having to get across. There's a kick over the top. Andre Stoop taking it. In fact, it's Keith Dixon. Keith Dixon doing well. Racing down over the halfway line. Good tackle by Steve Gibson. And the ball into midfield. Darren Appleby. Good ball to Jason Ramshaw. Ramshaw back to Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson gives it back to Wood. Wood going forward to the 20-metre line of Rochdale. 22-4, the Cougars in the lead. Ian Gately misses the ball. Rochdale drop on it. The referee gives the knock-on. Andre Stoop come off and Matthew Foster on the field. Keith Dixon gone to full-back. The ball again out to Rochdale Hornets. Keith Dixon stopping Steve Gibson. The hooter goes. The Cougars come in and they score at half line. Hornets 4, Keighley Cougars at 22. Couldn't remember whether I switched it on or not. Kick-off for the second half in sunshine. The mist that shrouded the hills completely vanished. Then the scoreline, of course, in Keighley's favour, 22-4. News of Andre Stoop. Evidently a slight groin strain, so Keith Dixon obviously retaining his full-back. And the weather all around the stadium looking reasonable. Good tackling by Keighley. Just outside the 20-metre line of Rochdale Hornets. Martin Wood, come on, half missing his tackle, fully affected by Nick Pinkney over on the far side. The new blonde hairstyle that some of the lads have adopted, rather confusing things, and Simon Irving and Keith Dixon wisely allowing the ball to go dead. Tap 20 metre for the Cougars. Chris Robinson, in fact. And Matthew Foster having a tilt. Martin Wood going forward. 22-4, the Cougars in the lead. Grant Dory over the halfway line. Ball back to Gareth Cochran. Gareth Cochran swinging out the first one, and then Chris Robinson getting it to Appleby. Appleby finding the gap. Gets the ball over to Irving. Irving going on his own. Irving getting up. Goes in for the try. Simon Irving scoring the try. Simon Irving had the man outside him, used him as a foil, elected to go on his own. Looked for a moment as though he'd made a hash of it, but got up out of the tackle and scored his second try in the first minute of the second half. Two minutes into the second half then, and the Cougars adding to their try tally. Simon Irving in glorious sunshine putting the kick across the face of the post. The main thing is the Cougars have that 22-point cushion in the lead by 26-4, and in this August afternoon, the weather totally confusing us from the mist and the rain of just before half-time, now glorious sunshine. Kick-off from the centre spot. Chris Robinson just allowing it to touch his knees and then giving it to David Larder. Darren Fleary hopefully will be fit for next weekend. And Matthew Foster coming in. Young man who played for Doncaster last season, and the demise of the old Doncaster club, was a free agent and elected to come and join the Cougars. Ian Gately going forward, 2 tackles to go. Keith Dixon playing at full back was up waiting for the pass, and the ball back to Cochrane. Cochrane running well. Gareth Cochrane running very well. Gets the ball in field. Oh, Nick Pinkney can't hold on to it. Goes to Dixon. Ball goes astray. The referee will give the first knock on. Superb break by Cochrane. Nick Pinkney just couldn't quite stretch to take the inside pass. The ball then from player to player, and the referee quite rightly giving the first knock on. I must confess, I thought this season the referee had decreed that the ball should go in the middle of the scrimmage, but both scrum halves are at the moment putting it somewhere in the second row. And would you believe that the Keighley front row have been penalised for a scrimmaging offence? Good touch found by the Hornets. And Keith England, as it has done for what seems an eternity, coming in to take the first ball and take the first tackle. Forward pass looked as though it was, but the referee has decreed that all is well. And Pitt, the second row man, is the man who feels the strength of Grant Dory's tackle. Ian Gately holding on, but the man elects to get rid of the ball. Pinkney going across, takes his man, Chris Hilton, inside the Keighley 20-metre area though. Ball's gone astray, can't quite see who has it. One imagines that Keighley are in possession. In fact, the referee, I think, has given 6 more tackles, has he? I'm not sure. Well, the referee, I'm not sure if it's 6 more tackles or what, but kicked through by Gibson. That's going to beat everybody into dead ball, so it'll be a tap 20-metre line anyway, but certainly the previous decision a little bit mystifying. In the meantime, Keighley quite rightly playing to the whistle, and David Larder making 10 metres or so. Jason Ramshaw finding space from acting halfback, looking to turn round where Martin Wood was coming steaming up. Martin Wood from acting halfback this time. Good tackle, but inside the Rochdale half of the field. Chris Robinson to Ian Gately. Ian Gately looking for the inside pass. Grant Dory again coming up looking for it. Chris Robinson moving the ball out wide. Appleby going on his own. Going to pay the penalty for not releasing the ball. 6 tackle indicated. Robinson with the kick through, taken by Diggle on the wing, and the 2 Keighley men, Matthew Foster and Chris Robinson, racing in to get at the tackle. Steve Gibson, the full-back, and Matthew Foster again with Jason Ramshaw involved. The sun streaming down, but there's still that wind swirling all around the park, making it extremely difficult. And strong tackling in the centre of the field by Grant Dory, and loose forward Martin Wood. Well, tackling missed then. Chris Robinson having to be alive. Very good penalty. Rochdale moving the ball. Oh, Critchley coming in to try and take the interception. Was on the 6th tackle, he knocks on, so Rochdale will have the advantage at the scrimmage of the head and the ball. In fairness to Critchley, if he'd taken the ball, then he would have been racing away to score the try. Didn't. Deliberate risk. And it's Rochdale in possession. Henry Sharp, well tackled by Simon Irving. Henry Sharp, who played as an amateur at Leeds for a while and also played as an amateur at Halifax before turning professional. And Rochdale inside the Keighley 20-metre area. Churn, putting it to Hilton on as a substitute. And the two tackles going astray at the moment. Keighley going to have to 10 metres away from the try line. Keith England coming forward. Keith England gets the ball out, Churn goes to the line, drops the ball. And that presumably will be a 10-metre scrimmage with Keighley to have the advantage. Ten minutes gone of this second half. Keighley in the lead 26-4. And Chris Robinson putting the ball into the scrum. Martin Wood looking for the gap. Well blocked by the stand-off half Steve Turner. Plays loose forward or stand-off half Steve Turner. Gareth Cochran. He too tackled inside the Cougars half, and this time it's going to be Grant Dury. Grant Dury going into the middle of three men and being tackled virtually on the centre of the field, and the ball coming blindside to Chris Robinson. Puts the kick through. Not the best of kick, although one has to give Chris Gibson credit for being there to take it, and one also has to give Robinson and Appleby credit for getting up quickly, along with Ian Gately, to knock the man down. Grant Dury involved in the tackle, and the referee urging Keighley to get onside. A Rochdale man down below shouting, get him onside. And in the meantime, a good strong tackle by Matthew Foster, far side of the field, still inside the Rochdale half. Certainly Matthew Foster intent on making an impact on this game. Been involved in one or two tackles. He also got a bit of pace when he goes forward. Rochdale with the kick, which will be allowed to go into touch. Play comes to a halt. They scrum down 5 metres inside the Cougars' 20-metre area, and the scoreline reading 26 points to 4 in favour of Keighley. Jason Critchley. Big strong man, and there's a Rochdale man hurt. Jason Critchley showing his strength. Big 6-footer round about the 14-15 stone mark, and certainly the man who went in to try and tackle him felt the strength of Critchley there. Critchley feeling his neck as though perhaps he received a bit of a bang in the tackle, but play going on, or will be going on in a few moments. Down below as one of the Rochdale subs is limbering up, and the Rochdale man out there in the middle of the park looking as though he's going to have to be substituted. Pat Hay-OK, the Rochdale substitute down below, is making moves to put his tracksuit back on. Critchley having a word with the referee to put the tracksuit back on. And Simon Irving over the halfway line. Simon Irving still going forward. Simon Irving does well, gets to the 20-metre line before he's tackled. The ball coming in field to Ramshaw. Ramshaw getting it to Appleby. Appleby has to look. Goes forward, centres the field on the Rochdale 20-metre line. Chris Robinson pitches the ball back in field to David Larder. David Larder 6 metres inside Rochdale's 20-metre line, and the ball coming out to Robinson. To Gate, to Dooney. Dooney gets the ball back. Chris Robinson picks it up, gets it to Gately. Gately out to Cochran. Out there to Simon Irving. Simon Irving going for his hat-trick. Simon Irving getting up, playing the ball. Jason Ramshaw moving it out to Robinson, to Martin Wood. Wood getting it away. There's a try. David Larder goes under the post. The crowd rise to their feet, and David Larder read the situation perfectly. Simon Irving, who made the break down the left, elected to go on his own, quite rightly to my mind. Keith Dixon would have been murdered into touch, and now Simon Irving with what looks like an easy kick at goal. Steve Turner coming off and David Fell coming on. In the meantime, Simon Irving getting ready to take the kick at goal. Irving coming up, kick at goal as you would imagine successful, and the Cougars 32-4 in the lead. Kick off again from the centre spot. Certainly a ground the Cougars enjoy coming to Scotland. David Larder picking the ball up. The try scorer and Jason Ramshaw, acting halfback, getting the ball out to Martin Wood. Martin Wood up to the 20-metre line. 32-4, the Cougars in the lead. The ball with Robinson to Appleby. Appleby out to Pinckney. Pinckney does well to evade the first tackle. Turns round, looking to try and get through. Chris Churn holding on to him desperately. Pinckney playing the ball, getting it too quickly. The sixth tackle indicated by the referee. Interesting to see whether the Cougars run it or will kick it. Chris Robinson, in fact, putting the long kick down. Steve Gibson. Well stopped by Robinson. Also credit to Ian Gately and Martin Wood, who both got there. And Rochdale back inside their own half of the field, just outside their own 20-metre line. Shouted Cougars, Cougars going up. And I'm sure they'll be happy with the score of 32-4. And of course, Hull to come next Sunday. Keith England coming through. Referee hasn't shouted hell, and the ball has been given. Now, quite what was given there. Well, I have to say my sympathies there are with Keith England. Plus the fact I would have thought it was a penalty anyway if he'd given the ball out when he shouted held. Keith England doing a little bit of chuntering there. The referee won't understand them because Keith's born and bred Castlefordian and they speak a language of their own. And in the meantime, the scrimmage is taken. Ball with Keithley. Appleby getting it out to Pinckney. Pinckney trying to get that mercurial dash going, but being stopped from the halfway line. Gordon Appleby going on his own inside the Rochdale half of the field. Brantford. Midway between the halfway and the 20-metre line. Chris Robertson reversing the point of attack. Martin Wood short of the Rochdale 20-metre line. Jason Ramshaw looking for support. Appleby doing well. It's Alada. The ball's gone loose. The referee rules that Rochdale are in possession, quite rightly, so Rochdale with the ball. Going to be another substitution made. Got an Appleby coming up, Phil Cantlin coming up. Phil Cantlin, normally a hooker, played at Wigan with the academy side. Scored a try in midweek for the second team at Lee, which showed his pace. And quite what Steve Gibson's doing there, I genuinely don't know. Rochdale sending the field 10 metres or so inside the Keighley half of the field. Ball's been lost. Cougars are in possession. Matthew Foster, the man who took the ball when Rochdale. Keith Dixon gets the ball away. Ball's gone loose, so Critchley with ball. Critchley did tremendously well there, showed his athleticism. And now gets the ball away on the far side of the field. Good break, good ball to Kaplan doing. Has tremendous pace, this young man. Foster urging him to get the ball away. Chris Robinson bringing it away, blindside. Woody, good ball. Oh, and that's a dreadful pass from Jason Ramshaw. Bad pass into the bargain, and the try that was there for the asking has gone astray. I think in fairness to Jason, the man did come in and knock him just as he was making the pass, and there's nobody who will feel worse than the man who gave the pass, Jason Ramshaw. Ball going into the stump. One day I think I'm going to see one against the Heads. I haven't seen one so far this season, but there we are. Lada behind me giving his instructions over the walkie-talkies to Vicky Winterbottom, who's relaying them out to the lads on the field. In the meantime, 32-4 the scoreline. Keith England giving a pass that the recipient must have been absolutely delighted to receive. Nevertheless, Rochdale doing well. Arguing with the ball. Still getting with the ball. Going over to the left. Half chance here for Rochdale. Nick Bickley's got to give him more tackle. Good tackle coming in at the best. And Rochdale being stopped a couple of metres short of the try line. The ball coming into midfield. Kick through. Keith Dixon gets there first with that just to left boot. And Rochdale so close to a try, have to get ready for the dropout, and the Cougars breathe again after looking as though they might yield a try. Drop out from under the post by Keith Dixon. Good kick as well. Henry Sharp waiting for it, taps it with his boot. And a good tackle by Brentford. Steve Gibson playing at loose forward at the moment, trying to get his team an injection of enthusiasm. And they certainly are at the moment putting on the attack. Appleby and Stewart off the field, and Rochdale had 3 tackles. Ball blindside to Beefy England. Still good passing, going through. Good try at the death by Chris Robinson. Good tackle rather, should I say. Sure, moving it out wide. Good ball out to Henry Sharp. Again, an awful pass came out. Jason Critchley had him served up anyway, and the ball went behind Henry Sharp, rolled into touch, and it will be the scrum down with the advantage to Keighley. In fact, Henry Sharp coming off. Obviously received the ban at some stage through the game. Jason Critchley. Still going, Jason Critchley! Racing away, Jason Critchley! Gets the ball away! There's a try here for the Cougars! Nick Pinkney goes in for the try! Nick Pinkney scores the try! Magic work by Jason Critchley! And Jason Critchley racing it! Tremendous work by him! Nick Pinkney, one of the finishers in the Rugby game, there to take the pass, and as soon as he got it, the try was there for the making. But Critchley deserves all the praise. And the Cougars go even further into the lead. 36 points to 4, and the Cougars shout going up all around the ground. Simon Irving with the kick at goal. And a reminder, going back to the start of the game after 3.5 minute Meadows, the Rochdale Hornets prop was sent from the fielded player for a half-arm tackle on Gareth Cochran. Irving with the kick coming up now. The cheers tell it all. Straight through the middle. The score going to 38-4. Doing well to take the ball, difficult one, which is rolling. Matthew Foster went to the 20-metre line in the centre of the field, ball back to Martin Wood. Martin Wood and Jason Ramshaw travelled together to training and to matches and certainly seem to have a telepathic understanding. Gately does well, gets the ball to Ramshaw, to Martin Wood. Martin Wood looking for the gap. For a moment he looked through, lost the ball as he was looking to pass it. He in fact not very happy, feeling that the Rochdale man, Tony Hilton, had perhaps knocked the ball out of his hands. Certainly I think Mike Stevenson of Sky would have had a few words to say there. It seemed to be his favourite topic whenever he's doing commentary. In the meantime, the referee giving the scrum down, and somehow they're getting away from both Chris Robinson and Martin Wood. Full counter on the cross. As well to get in at the tackle, as did Jason Critchley, the ball coming blindside. Ramshaw in at the tackle. David Farrell, the man on the substitute, the man who's tackled. Churn going forward. Little coming in through. Meeting the tacklers in the form of David Long. Steve Gibson, short pass, good strong tackle. Simon Irving, the man who was in the tackle. Simon Irving, the man who was in at the next tackle. Sixth tackle indicated by the referee on the scoreboard. A good one as far as feet are concerned. 38 points to 4. Still, the surroundings perfectly clear. Well, the referee giving the scrum down and explaining why to Jason Ramshaw. It was the sixth tackle, but the referee obviously saying that the ball had gone into touch. And the ball going into the scrimmage to Jason Critchley. Critchley again looking to do that run across the field and unleash Nick Pinkney. This time The opposition perhaps a little bit more aware, and Simon Irving getting to the centre of the field on the 20-metre line as he's tackled. There was Cochrane holding onto the ball. Strong work by Grant Brewery. Martin Wood puts the kick over the top. Jason Renshaw completely missed the ball. Ball's gone loose. Keighley are in possession. Dixon with that side step going through the middle over the halfway line. Gately injured. Mike Ballard, the physio on the park, free cancel on, getting back to Martin Wood. Martin Wood looking to use his upper body strength to make the break. Phil Cantillon at acting half-back, and the ball to Chris Robinson. 2 tackles to go. Really got rid of the ball, and then it was kicked through, and the referee quite right to allow play to go on. And there'll be a tap on the 20-metre line for Rochdale as the ball went in. Steve Gibson, the player coach, coming racing in. Meeting a welter of defenders. Cantillon and Grant Brewery, the last 2 together. And again the ball coming on the blind side. Keith England meeting Simon Irving, as I'm sure he's done on innumerable occasions throughout the rugby league scene. Rochdale. Good tackle by Cantillon, the ball's got to be a knock on, and Gareth Cochrane receives the bag. Certainly doubtful that Keighley will have a substitute to bring on, but Andrew Stoop and Darren Napper have gone off the field. And in the meantime, I think Ricky Winterbottom relaying the information that Gareth is injured and that they will have to play with 12 men. It's certainly got to pack down, there's no argument there. David Wilder and Martin Wood trying to point out there's a man injured, but that doesn't make any difference. Dixon getting it to Simon Irving. Simon Irving, for a moment, looking as though he get away from the tackler, but at the last gasp being tackled. Oh, well played by Martin Wood. Martin Wood gets the ball in the field. Goes to Nick Pinkney. Nick Pinkney can have a tilt on the outside. Nick Pinkney racing down the touchline side. Puts the ball in field. Peoni's the try. Phil Cantillon. Phil Cantillon. He's going to try. Yes, a brilliant try. Superb work by Nick Pinkney, Phil Cantillon, and the man who scored the try, Jason Critchley, and that was tremendous play by the Cougars. Full marks to Pinkney, full marks to Cantillon, who got onto the ball that was rolling loose, and then equally full marks to Critchley, who came in, took the pass against all the odds, and powered his way over for the try. Simon Irving with the kick and goal. Again. Irving kicking the goal, and the scoreline now 44 points to 4, and Gareth Cochran having to come off the field, so the Cougars going to play the remainder of the game with 12 men. Simon Irving with 20 points to his name this afternoon. A couple of tries, 6 goals. Grant Goody reading the situation well. Phil Cantillon also there. Phil Cantillon from acting halfback. Strong in man. Learned his trade over at Wigan, so he knows what it's all about. Taking the battle to Rochdale, and at long last the referee gives the penalty for lying on. The second of the game, incidentally, that. 1 for Rochdale, 1 for Keighley. Keith Dixon putting the ball into touch. Jason Ramshaw, the man who's there to save the short tap, and Matthew Foster, the nice. Rochdale yards offside. Ian Gately having a tilt. Jason Ramshaw from acting halfback held up for a moment, looked as though the gap was there, and the referee has given a 10-yard scrimmage. Presumably Jason lost the ball. So, Rochdale in possession, Cantillon at the tackle, and Rochdale to their own 20-metre line. So the main point now is, can the Cougars get the 50 up on the board? Strong tackle by Critchley and Simon Irving. Critchley again, strong with Jason Ramshaw at the tackle. 44 points to 4 be scored at the moment. Putting the pass out to Gibson. Gibson to Triggle. Good with this, no question about that. And a good strong tackle coming in from Chris Robinson. Rare occasion for Rochdale inside the Keighley half of the field. Jason Critchley! Critchley won it to perfection. Underneath the post. Points to 4, and the hat-trick of tries for Jason Critchley. Jason Critchley getting a well-earned round of applause from the Cougar fans. And if Simon Irving is successful with this conversion, that will bring the 50 mark. Simon Irving just quite right, taking his time. And there goes the 50. Tremendous work by the Cougars. Appleby obviously suffering from a groin strain. He goes into the dressing room, and we're still already changed into his tracksuit. Both teams down to 12 men, because Rochdale of course had a man sent off in the 3rd minute. Meadows the prop forward. And in the meantime, I don't think the Cougars could care less. They're in the lead by 50 points to 4, and David Lauder with the ball making a few yards. Always good to see when you come away from home to see the 50 points on the board, and certainly it's a battle that I know Phil Lauder and all the lads felt was going to be a very, very hard one. Remember, Rochdale had won both their previous games, and will be getting it to Nick Pinkney. Nick Pinkney still coming forward, gets away with the ball. Ball to Cantillon to Jason Ramshaw. Ramshaw over the halfway line, gets the ball away. There's an obstruction behind the referee's back. The play going on. Cantillon going forward, gets it to David Lauder. David Lauder trying to make the break and then effect the pass, can't do it. 10 metres away from the try line. Well, I rather feel David Lauder might be the man to be penalised there, but so is the man who retaliates. Keighley are obviously feeling the penalty kick is theirs, but David Lauder is the man who's going to be penalised. Mr. Gilmore not making too many friends. 10 metres inside the Keighley half. The scoreboard showing that Cloud scored of 50 points to 4, and Phil Cantillon and Grant Gorey effecting the tackle that started another Rochdale attack. Short ball, look for the moment, they made the break, gets rid of the ball to Churn, that goes outside him. Grant Gorey does well, the ball goes loose, 2 knock-ons, Keighley are in possession, and the referee, slightly unsighted, decides that the knock-on was the first offence and gives the scrum down. The Rochdale supporters beginning to wend their way home. Certainly not too far away from the final hooter. And the Cougars delighted with that scoreline of 50 points to 4. Ian Gator, Chris Robinson getting the ball, gives it to Phil Cantillon. Fans all on their feet, and the final scoreline says it all. A hat-trick to Critchley, 7 goals to Simon Irving and 2 tries, and the final score, Rochdale Hornets 4, Keighley Cougars 50, and we're on Hall at Cougar Park next Sunday.